Joe wasting no time just laying in those kicks, Jimmy. Wait, what is this?
Oh, here comes
Brotherhood doing in here? What's the Brotherhood doing there? Ringing the bell right now.
And the Brotherhood is laying in to Joe Finari. They want to put him in the hospital just like they did Brian Adam. Good.
This is what happens when you brag about beating us. We let y'all win. And you and your old partner, the one laid up in the hospital, this will happen every time. Remember that.
Oh, God, he's going for the heart punch. Able to evade.
What damage could that done? It didn't connect it, Jimmy. But no, he's going for it. He's going for it. The machine's got him up. Twisted Metal. And he is still champion.
May have won the battle, but it looks like the machine might be about to lose the war. Completely surrounded by the Brotherhood. Chris Turner, the Alaskan Destroyer, Cody Knight, and Victus have him squarely in their sights. This could be bad news.
And Jimmy, I said there's a short list of men that can match power for power with Bryce Maddox, and I think
here comes Joe Finari.
Joe Finari,
this movie before and did not like how it ended.
Joe Finari, whose partner Brian Adam was the recipient of a sneak attack by the Brotherhood. He did not want to see that happen again.
I know what happened to me was a tragedy, and sometimes I just can't get past it. I keep thinking about that night that Chris Turner maliciously, violently intended to end my career. I knew wrestling was going to be hard. I knew I'd get punched. I knew I'd get bruised. I knew I'd get battered, and I knew I'd get hit by a chair. But not once, twice, 3, 4 times? That is intense. You were trying to hurt me. You were trying to end my career. And Chris Turner, I cannot let that happen ever again. I missed Halloween. I missed baseball games. I missed my toddler's show. I had to lay in a bed and have my wife bring me water because I couldn't sit up. And every breath I take, I'm reminded. Every time I move, I'm reminded of the pain you caused me. So when I come back, you are going to feel the same. No, you are going to feel even more pain than what I felt. I will put you down. I will put you out. You made this personal. You want this? You got this.
Our next match is for the Television Collective Belly Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. Odin Davenport! And now, introducing next, about to make his way to the ring. With a bounty on his head of $2,000, this is the current reigning, defending, collector bounty champion. This is Toxic!
You ain't gonna win, Toxic. Your name's Brad.
The CCW Television Cook the Bounty Championship on the line as Toxic, with a $2,000 bounty on his head, defends against the one and only Odin Davenport.
Nobody likes you, Toxic.
Odin Davenport being on a bit of a roll here ever since that victory over Kevin Kantrell at WrestleBash 31. A chance to win his first gold here in CCW.
They're trying to get some gold around his waist that matches what's on his pants, going against the only wrestler in CCW who has held every championship that the company sanctions. And right now it is Odin Davenport with control. Spoke too soon as Toxic gains control with the arm lock.
Just working on the left arm of Odin Davenport. And this is Toxic's plan. He wants to pick a body part and just do as much damage as possible. And Toxic's current plan is real simple. He doesn't care if they're crowd pleasers or the most hated men in CCW. He wants to take on all challengers, raise that bounty as high as he can, and then cash it in on himself and leave with a big wad of cash.
He has to be careful going against a wrestler in Odin Davenport who can do a little bit of everything. Can he high fly? Yes. Can he mat wrestle? Yes. He can do a little bit of everything, and that's what makes him such a strong competitor.
And you know, Jimmy, I mentioned Kevin Kantrell a little earlier there. Kevin Kantrell, who didn't take that loss too well. What a blow to Kevin Kantrell's ego if Odin Davenport wins gold here.
Yeah, Odin Davenport recently going to a 15-minute time limit, drawing going to the eyes.
Referee giving a warning here. Man can't see, can't fight. And now just adding damage to the face by throwing him into the turnbuckle.
And it was Kevin Kantrell, as we were alluding to a moment ago, who distracted Odin Davenport during his 15-minute time limit draw against Cody Knight. But if he keeps taking damage like this match is not going to go 15 minutes.
Clutching onto the back now. The face is seeing damage. The back is seeing damage. Oh, and now just planting that elbow onto Odin Davenport. You see Toxic. You think he's just a brawler, but the man is very precision with his strikes.
And he is not afraid to bend any rule to his advantage to get the advantage.
Going to the outside here for a second.
Oh! What a devastating kick! There might be lights out for Davenport.
That might be all she wrote.
And putting a finger for the pin.
No!
As damaged as Davenport may have been, that might have been instinct to kick out. What a vicious kick out of Toxic.
Well, we know, as you said, if he could go toe-to-toe with the Titan, he can go toe-to-toe with the Atomic Antagonist. Trying to hold him up.
Could he still on the championship here?
No!
Able to keep his championship run alive.
Don't think Toxic quite expected that. Odin now just on the offense, just laying in those strikes on the bigger man. Toxic is a big target, and Odin is making sure he hits all that space.
Oh! Tried for the Bulldog, didn't quite get exactly what he wanted.
I think it still did a little bit of damage to Toxic, but Odin getting the brunt of it.
And we are at a stalemate here in this Television Collective Bounty Championship. Whoever gets back to their feet first has to have the advantage to get that $2,000. Right now it's Toxic with the boot straight into the throat, choking the life out of Odin Davenport. Once again, the referee doing a great job giving Toxic a warning, but I don't think Toxic cares what the referee has to say. And doesn't care what the fans here have to say either.
Toxic has one goal, and that is...
Oh, my God, you do not want to get hit there.
Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. I don't even know if he's going to be able to continue, Jimmy.
Oh, what a brutal strike out of Toxic. This might be it right here. Odin able to battle out. Look at the agility out of Davenport, connects with the back elbow.
But you see he's trying to get up and hardly can do that damage to his unmentionable area, but now ignoring the pain. And just going on the offense, beautiful arm drag from Odin. Trying to use the momentum, telling Toxic to turn around. Picking him up again, Jimmy. A great display of strength by Odin Davenport.
Do we have a new champion? Not quite. It's a 2 count. Toxic able to get his shoulder up and survive that flurry of offense out of Odin Davenport.
Toxic doing everything he can to protect that $2,000 bounty. Odin now just drilling those knees into the back of the atomic antagonist, and now just transitioning into a beautiful submission hold. And there you see, not only is he wrenching on the neck of Toxic, but he's planted that knee back where it struck into Toxic's back. Just beautiful submission mover. No! Toxic able to get out of it.
Toxic biting! Oh, as the referee tell me, you can't bite people. I say that to my new puppy all the time. Didn't think we'd have to say that in a professional wrestling match, but Toxic doing whatever he can to maintain his championship.
Well, Toxic has the morals of a rabid dog. Kick out at 2 from the challenger.
Yeah, Toxic has absolutely no respect for anybody or anything. We saw right there with that pin.
Toxic, how long has it been since you brushed your teeth? I've been a while. I've been a million years.
The crowd here not happy with how Toxic or his dental hygiene. Misses with the clothesline. Double! Crossbody, both men had the same idea. It's like 2 Mack trucks colliding.
Great things collide alike, Jimmy. Odin now going for those ropes. No, now going to the outside.
Trying to do whatever he can to get back to his feet, but
this is bad for Odin. If the referee counts to 10, Odin will be counted out, and he can kiss that $2,000 bounty goodbye.
the crowd here trying to will Odin Davenport back to his feet. But that was a brutal collision in the center of the ring, and here comes Kevin Kantrell.
Speak of the devil.
Joined me recently here at Commentary, and Donnie, I prefer your company much more. Great job, Odin!
Odin now
sending Kantrell to the back.
All right.
And we have a disqualification or a count out. Odin Davenport has been counted out.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner via countout and still the body champion, Toxic!
Kevin Kantrell once again sticking his nose in business that does not belong to him, taking the awareness away from Odin Davenport and allowing Toxic to hang on to his television Collect the Bounty Championship and raise his bounty a little more.
Toxic now going up to $3,000. All it took was a few seconds, and that championship opportunity just slipped through Odin Davenport's hands, courtesy of Kevin Kantrell.
Ever since WrestleBash, I told you that I was going to be a fighting champion. It's brought nothing but challenges and opportunities. I flew all the way to Spain to represent Continental Championship Wrestling and to defend this title. I come back, and with this new CCW open door policy, it brings nothing but those challenges and those opportunities. And I'm ready for whoever comes into this ring to challenge me for the title. I just hope whoever it is, they have as much passion for this business that I do. Because I love this business, I love to wrestle, and I will defend this title with everything I have until I can't.
Our next match is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, about to make his way to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Kevin Kantrell. to make his way to the ring. Coming to us from Hell's Kitchen, New York, this is Rick Bronson!
And Jimmy, here we go. Kevin Kantrell versus Brick Bronson. Brick Bronson in his last outing, he almost won the Southern States title from Miles Blackwell, hoping to get a victory here and get his name back in contention for a title.
Kevin Kantrell has been on the roll of a lifetime since stealing the victory over Odin Davenport, 1-1 in that series. But he has a tough test against the man from Hell's Kitchen, New York, Brick Bronson.
Similar styles here. Bronson is a street fighter, a brawler from Hell's Kitchen, New York. Kevin Kantrell also a brawler, but also a bit of a technician when he wants to.
When he wants to is the big thing.
Lock up over here, both men just bulls, locking horn. Bronson able to power Kantrell into the corner.
Clean break out of Brick Bronson. Probably won't see that out of Kevin Kantrell ever since he's had this attitude change. And apologies if I'm a bit biased. He joined me recently on commentary, was a bit of a jerk, so my loyalty here is firmly in the corner of Brick Bronson.
Well, Jimmy, this one time, I think we can understand.
And once again, Bronson able to power Kantrell back into the corner, controlling the early moments of this match against a veteran who has held gold here in CCW.
Held gold in the past, although not recently. And at one point, making sure Odin Davenport not able to win gold.
No, he has had his eyes set on Odin Davenport, been a bit obsessed with the one and only Odin Davenport, but he has to keep his focus squarely on the impressive Brick Bronson. And didn't see a clean break out of Kantrell, just like I thought we wouldn't.
Just a blatant show of disrespect, a shove there on the back. But Bronson, you saw, just laughed it off, said, yeah, whatever, that didn't hurt at all. And it'll take a lot to hurt a man like Brick Bronson, just built like a brick house, if you will, Jimmy.
Kantrell trying to show off his technician skills, taking Bronson up and down, controlling with the side guard, but Bronson able to get to the ropes and force the break.
And you saw Kantrell picked him up, threw him down on the mat, and Bronson just shook it off, boom, 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 real quick, got the rope break. It takes a lot to deal damage to a man like Bronson, and I think Kevin Kantrell's going to have to find some way else to get this victory because his power's not going to be enough.
Yeah, Bronson's probably been in more fights than he can remember and won most of those, if not all of them, growing up in Hell's Kitchen, New York. And he's saying
What hair?
What hair?
I've seen deforestation that had more peaks.
Locked up in the middle of the ring. Kantrell taking over with the side headlock. Bronson trying to find a way to maneuver out of this predicament.
Bronson just powering in with a bear hug of his own, throwing Kantrell into the ropes. Oh! Beautiful shoulder tackle from Bronson. Hardly budged at all. And about knocked the red off of Cantrell's tights. They're about a shade of pink now.
And has the athleticism up and over with the hip toss. Brick Bronson, one of the most exciting newcomers we have, and showing off the power. The gorilla press and down. What strength out of Brick Bronson as the pain is etched across Kevin Kantrell's face. But was able to evade.
Kantrell using his quickness to his advantage.
And nearly cut Bronson in half with that spear and connects with the lariat in the corner.
Finally able to put a little bit of pain on Bronson.
Oh, we thought we were going to go with one of the strikes, but connects with the back elbow. And again, just a thud of a strike.
And you saw that back elbow almost going to the larynx of Bronson. Now just throwing his hip in there.
This is where the experience of Kevin Kantrell. Oh! Over! Some of the most devastating chops in professional wrestling. As the Impact ricochets through Stomping Ground Studio.
This is smart by Kevin
Oh,
Contrell.
connects once again. That might have just fired Bronson up, firing back with strikes of his own. Kevin Contrell ain't a big fan of being on the receiving. He can dish it out, but he can't take it.
And you see those big feet of Bronson just planting into Kantrell, throwing him in the other corner. Oh no, waited too long. Kantrell able to power back.
Kevin Contrell able to weather the storm and regain control as he fires away, chopping the tattoos straight off of Brick Bronson.
Beautiful slam by Kevin
Kantrell
Contrell.
is Mr. Fundamental, except right here with this pin. He does all the little things precise, and that's what makes him such a talented professional wrestler.
And you have to imagine if he gets the victory, not only will he crow about it, but he'll be able to say, oh, that's something else that Odin hasn't done. Contrell just obsessed with Odin Davenport, but now he's using that obsession and zeroing it in on Brick Bronson, and it is paying dividends, just working this beautiful submission hold. Bronson now able to power out though, Jim.
Able to feed off the energy of this crowd at Stomping Ground Studio, firing away with elbows, trying to loosen the grip of Kevin Contrell. Finally does. Beautiful power slam! That evened the odds, and could we have the upset here?
No!
Kevin Contrell able to get his shoulder up just in time. But what a win that would have been for Brick Bronson.
A win over an established veteran like Kevin Contrell is always a feather in your cap. Bronson is so close. Just has to, spoke too soon. Poke in the eyes. Referee Scotty D warning him. A kick to the thighs there.
Now there is no low road that Kevin Contrell has not taken recently.
Just those strikes in the corner. But this is smart. You know, Contrell doesn't want to match Bronson powerful power. Get him
and another one of those devastating chops.
Laying those strikes, do some damage, and then finish him off. That's the game plan for Kevin Contrell. Ooh, that kick to the back. That broad back just absorbing all of that punishment from Contrell's kick.
And that is what Kantrell is focusing on, trying to work on the back of Brick Bronson.
Just laying in that knee where he laid in the kick and now just wrenching back on the chin of Bronson. Will Bronson tap?
How is Bronson going to find a way out of this against such an experienced mat wrestler like Kevin Contrell, able to use his strength, it looks like, to fire his way out of there.
Bronson now back up to his feet. Resting up against the ropes there for a second.
Oh, but the back elbow takes him straight back to the mat.
Contrell had him scouted and was waiting. Kick out at 2 once again though, Jimmy.
Yeah, Bronson is never one to quit or say I give up. He's going to fight till he cannot fight any longer. But Kevin Kantrell doing everything he can to put away the newcomer to CCW.
Trying to go for a suplex. Bronson able to counter it. With a suplex of his own now.
No, not quite able to get it.
Quite.
Kantrell able to connect with it finally. Going for the pin. The lateral presses. Not enough to put away Brick Bronson.
Frustration setting in now for Kevin Contrell.
This is the second time we've seen Bronson on Surge, and both times he has put out a great effort against some of the best CCW has to offer.
Kantrell, despite not playing by the rules, is some of the best competition that you can hope to face here in CCW. And now Bronson, Bronson just shaking off saying, no, it's going to take more than that.
Hey, he's saying, thank you, sir. Can I have another? Catches the kick, not quite able to fully block the impact.
Saying, let's go. Contrell thinking about it for a moment, doesn't know if he wants to take that invitation. And he did, and he's going to pay for it. Bronson caught the leg. It was a gambit, and it paid off, spinning him around.
Oh, both men had the same idea, going for the clothesline, and both men are down.
All one man has to do is just at least lay an arm over the other, and he can try to go for a pinfall. Referee now at 2. Referee now at 3. Both men just took a lot of punishment from that double clothesline.
This has been an intense back-and-forth contest. You have to think both men have to be exhausted at this point. Up to the count of 6.
Now it's 7. Both men able to get back to their feet. Cantrell on his knees first. Oh, they're laying in an elbow.
Yeah, both men here are brawlers, but I don't think you want to get into a slugfest with Brick Bronson.
I think he has a slight advantage over Cantrell in that regard. Not by much, but it is there. And you see Cantrell just moving every time Bronson hits him. Both men now back to the feet, but who's going to be
going back to that chop? But that might have just pissed off Brick Bronson. As you see, look at him raging.
There's a reason why they call him Brick. Can take damage and can dish it out. Taking a breather there on the ropes just for a second. Cantrell down on his knees. Bronson has the perfect opportunity, but can he capitalize? Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex, Jimmy.
He has to try to crawl over to make the cover. This could be his opportunity. Able to make the pin. Do we have a winner? No! It couldn't have been much closer, but Kevin Cantrell got his shoulder up.
Cantrell trying to use those ropes to get back to his feet, taking a breather, but his back's turned against Bronson. That is not a move I would recommend doing. Bronson just laying in those strikes there in the corner. Going to throw Cantrell into another. No, Cantrell up and over.
Cantrell going for his blue thunder bomb that takes him down. This has to be it. No! Kevin Cantrell has to be wondering, what can he do?
It is a short, very short list of men that have been able to kick out of Blue Thunder. Bronson joins that very few rankings. But he's going to have to do more than that. He has to pin Cantrell's shoulders to the mat. And Cantrell and both Bronson back to their feet. Cantrell going to try to go for it again. No! Bronson got him up on his shoulders.
Oh, fighting it. Could have thought we were going to see the Death Valley driver for just a second. Going back to try to end this, and Cantrell connects. Oh, look, turnabout fair play. Here is Odin Davenport.
Odin Davenport. Cantrell cost Odin a chance at the Collect the Bounty Championship here at Stomping Ground Studios a little while back. This could work in Bronson's favor.
Yeah, what goes around comes around. Misses.
Gets the boot in. Up on the shoulders.
And the Death Valley driver connects. Going for the pin. Brick Bronson has done it. Yes. Yes. Brick Bronson has put away Kevin Cantrell. I think the only person happier.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner by pinfall, Brick Bronson!
I think the only person happier than Brick Bronson and myself might be Odin Davenport. An incredible victory from Brick Bronson. He took all the punishment that Kevin Cantrell could hand him, able to survive and pick up the win.
As you said, Jimmy, a great victory for Brick Bronson with a little assist from Odin Davenport, and you gotta think Kevin Cantrell is seething angry at this point.